I was so dumb, but I hopped on a plane, almost drove right back to the 541. Shitty U-turn on the freeway, you turn me from a fiend to a way to you fun. I can wait in the sun for a little, but it's been real gray, and tonight it's a nice C1. I can wait in the cold for a while.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. I'm Alex at TSB Pod. He is King at Romney. He is Ski at TSB Ski. Tweet at one of us if you're on the thing. Also, we're on YouTube. Also, we're on Twitch, twitch.tv/abrog87. If you want to watch us every Thursday at around 7:30. Also, join the Discord. Discord's a fun place. We bullshit, and you can give us movie suggestions in there. Your movie is coming up next week. It is the football theme. This week's movie, if you want to listen to us talk about it on Sunday, is Draft Day, the Kevin Costner vehicle. So watch it. It's on Max, and then listen to us talk about it on Sunday. It's a good time. I wouldn't say the movie's a good time, but our podcast, definitely a good time. Actually, I can't confirm that either.
That's debatable.
So it's Thursday night. I'm wearing my Niners hat because my Niners are playing right now. They are, as we are recording this, playing the Giants. It is Thursday night football, so it is atrocious, even when one of the teams is actually really good. So that's what we're living with right now.
Giants.
Yeah, the Giants, obviously. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. The Saquon Barkley-less Giants.
Hey, it could be worse. They could be the Bears right now.
Yeah.
So
Heck, yeah.
they're not feeling too bad.
They could be the Colts. I don't know, man. They could be the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a dumpster fire, right? No. I think they figured it out, right?
Colts have looked fucking fantastic.
I'm just saying, Chiefs have played 8 quarters of football, given up 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
You think your team's the best? I think the Colts and the Chiefs might be like the top 2 defenses in the NFL through, 2 weeks here.
I mean, they're in the AFC, though, so it doesn't really, I'm just saying.
Wasn't that where all the good quarterbacks are and the good teams?
I
know the Giants are paying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I know the Giants are paying Daniel Jones $50 million a year. I'm just saying, he's probably not worth it.
You're not impressed with this Daniel Jones-Brock Purdy matchup today? Man, crazy.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and just get to Oregon, huh? So the Ducks beat Hawaii, my Bows, 55-10. Definitely took the foot off the gas, but again, put up a lot of points, didn't give up a lot of points. Hawaii's bad. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any takeaways from this other than, sort of now they're playing Colorado, which is all that really matters?
I have 2 takeaways.
Okay.
So granted, Hawaii's played a 4th game.
Yeah.
Oregon's played most teams have played 3. Hawaii played week 0. They have 4. Do you know who is number 2 in the nation through 4 weeks or 3, however you want to look at it? Completions that went 20 plus yards through the air. Number 2 in the nation with 21 of these completions.
Hawaii.
Yes. Brandon Shager of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Shager.
And you want to know how many? You want to know how many he had on Saturday?
It's like 0.
0?
And you want to know how many they even tried on Saturday?
0? How many did they have against USC? That's what I want to know.
They didn't play USC, so
didn't they? Didn't they play him 0 week? Don't they always play USC 0 week? Am I making that up?
Yes. Yeah, that was Vanderbilt.
Okay,
close.
Yeah, they played.
Okay.
They did play.
I mean, it was
week 2.
I mean, it was a team on the mainland, so USC. Nashville, Vanderbilt. I mean,
I just assume all of their non-conference games are against Pac-12 teams, anyways. So
no, but I'm not even really saying this to pump up the Oregon D. But what a wild variance from how they usually play, where through 3 games they're just bombing it downfield, and every pass against Oregon was 1 step, 2 step throw, 1 step, 2 step throw, 1, 2, 3 throw. They knew that their offensive line could not stand up, and they didn't even try it. Not even one.
Well, that play style seemed to work pretty well for Colorado State against Colorado. Just nothing but a lot of just quick slants, just get the ball out quick.
Yeah, what's that? What's the guy's name? Horton, their wide receiver, had like 16 catches in that game. Yeah, unstoppable. Yeah.
But that style of play, those quick, short little plays, that's the one time where these smaller, faster duck linebackers are actually better suited for, because it's not running and trying to tackle big backs. It is covering guys in the field now. That's all Bassa really can do, or come untouched off the edge.
It's weird, right?
Yeah,
It's
he had a couple plays like that.
Complete departure from last year.
So
right, yeah. Couldn't cover anything.
So I'm at Noah Sewell, not exactly good in pass coverage. So I went to the game. I assume you guys watched it on TV. How did it look on TV? Because it's always different. In person, on TV. How did it look on TV?
Looked hot out there, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was roasting.
What do you mean, how did it look?
Well, because in person, you just see the play, and then they go on. We're on TV. Have you heard of replay? They show replays of the plays.
They do.
So
They do.
I've heard of it.
You can figure out who.
It's quite the gimmick.
You figure out more things.
TV has done.
I'm just not sure if you are familiar with this concept.
I've heard of it,
but they'll show replays and they'll zoom in on certain players.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if the Pac-12 network did anything, not even special, just how they normally do. Did Oregon look much bigger than Hawaii? Did they look much faster? Did they look more schemed?
Yes to all of those things. Yeah, Oregon looked bigger, faster, stronger, smarter. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, the interior D line was able to do things.
Yeah, pushing them around the whole time.
And it's Hawaii.
And it's Hawaii. Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing like you said after the Portland State game. It's like, I mean, if this was we were playing a good team and they did all this, it'd be like, oh, that's fucking fantastic fucking game. Yeah. This again, it's like, all right, I think the offensive line was outweighing their D line by a lot. All their players are just faster. So I'm not taking too much from it going into Colorado this week.
Yeah. How much are we taking?
Well, my question is, did the running game look concerning on TV as it did in the stands?
At times,
where there is no push from the inside of the offensive line.
Still problem there. And the crazy stat I saw, it's weird because they're not going up against the greatest of teams, but the offensive line has not even given up a QB pressure so far, let alone a sack.
Yes.
I mean, pressures are a tough thing to say with quarterbacks able to run around somewhat.
I do love how PFF classifies a pressure from the offensive line as excluding the tight end.
Yes.
Because Oregon has given up a sack, and their tight ends have given up pressures. They just don't count those.
No, they do not.
Somehow that's a $1 billion industry right there.
Yeah. To your point, though, running the ball, a little bit of concern. I mean, we know Bucky's the best of the three. He didn't look great.
It's weird.
It's not his fault either.
No, it's like they don't want to block for Bucky. Isn't that weird? Because Whittington had some very big holes. Like Whittington looked great, by the way. But he had running lanes, and Bucky still in 3 games has not at all. Like when he makes a play, it's because he made a couple guys miss. Like
Portland State had a whole half the field, the size of half the field.
They did give him the entire field on one play. Yes, they did. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think he had 4 carries the entire game.
Yes. He did. I'm just saying. It is weird because it is noticeable.
I mean, his longest run was only like 10 yards.
Yeah, he had 12 carries for 59 yards. But you look at them as a whole because they're using the 3 running backs. They're using Bucky, Whittington, and James. So you look at them as a whole. You have 24 carries, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's good. They're running the ball. It's just that Bucky hasn't been able to really get loose the last couple weeks. So
it's also not what we've seen at Oregon for a long time. They've always been able to get holes and get 7 to 10 yards a carry, at least for one series. They always have that one series where it's like, oh shit, this running game is unstoppable. No one could stop it. But yeah, it was not there.
WC
129th rated rushing defense is coming to town, which is even lower than Hawaii's.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know. I mean, I was going to say, I expect the Ducks to run for pushing 300 this week. But they can also, I mean, how Colorado's defense looked at Colorado State's passing offense, they could throw for 400 too. It's kind of whatever they want to get this week, I think.
WCP says Oregon's one of only two teams who hasn't turned the ball over on offense yet. Drop that in there. It's good. That's a good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's good. Take care of the ball against bad teams. And Texas Tech wasn't horrible. So.
No, no. Oregon didn't play great against Texas Tech by any stretch, right? No, they didn't.
No.
And Texas Tech made a bowl game last year. Like I said, last week, they beat Texas, they beat Oklahoma, and they beat Ole Miss last year with largely the same team. They'll make a bowl again this year. No one is saying that's like beating Georgia or, Alabama or whatever. But it's a decent win. And it's just kind of a weird juxtaposition where we were really kind of critical of that game, but I don't think it's the worst thing ever that they kind of stunk for about a good 12 minutes on either side of the first half and second half and still came back and won. We're like a UW last week against Michigan State. I'm not even trying to take anything away from
biggest lock ever still, I said last week too.
I'm not taking anything away from Washington because their quarterback is good, their offense is good, they have two good receivers. Michigan State has more cachet than Texas Tech. They didn't make a bowl game last year. They're not making a bowl game this year. They don't have a coach because their coach is a sex pest who masturbates on phone calls when there's no consent. And if you even look further than that, they haven't made. They've been like a 6-16 team for about 7 years. They're not a good program.
He had one good season in there, didn't he? He had one 10-win, 11-win season. That was
He was the first guy that did the portal thing. And he got Kenneth Walker, who's now a Seahawk, and they went 10-2 in the regular season. Ohio State and Michigan both absolutely dick fucked them, and then they beat Pitt in the Peach Bowl because Kenny Pickett, their best Jordan Addison, and their starting running back no one played for Pitt. So they've had that 1 year, but we still look at Michigan State like they're. That's what I'm saying about Texas Tech is no one's going to give them credit, but they're a fine program. They're fine. They're good.
We gotta get used to this. We gotta start beating the drum of Michigan State's great, right? I mean, once we join, we gotta be like,
do you remember the last time Oregon played Michigan State?
The bowl game.
Yes. Do you wish you forgot about that?
Yeah.
Oh, woof.
Good Lord. Yeah, back the
God
big.
Damn.
We got to back the big, boys.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. But again, back to your point, the difference between, the problems they had against Texas Tech, which we saw, a lot of penalties, very timely penalties. They still had 9 penalties for 80 yards against Hawaii. That's not great. They can't do that.
No, and
these teams coming up, and that's concerning right now.
The bad thing about the penalties against Hawaii was 2 of them were back to back, if I'm not mistaken. End of the first half against Dorless, right? Am I wrong? Yeah. And then one of them there was a personal foul on a gunner on a kickoff when they're up by 49 in the third quarter. How are you getting drawn into that guy? And it's his third, and I forget the guy's name. It's his third personal foul in the last year plus, and he's just a walk-on special team scrub.
Yeah, how do they let him? How are they still putting out that question?
It's a great question. It is a great question.
Yeah, it's the one thing you have to not do. You're the only time you're ever in the game. Just don't get penalties, and you're fine. Yeah.
Well, and it's last week I was saying the Josh Connerly false starts. That could be a thing, but it wasn't a thing before. It wasn't a thing yesterday or Saturday. Those are kind of a one-off. But the personal foul shit, Brandon Dorless, you have a bunch of those too in your career. Stop doing it. You're doing it against Hawaii when you're up by $1 billion, and you could be up by more, but you're just not running any offense. Please stop. Stop. Stop.
Ah!
Stop the steal. Do it.
Yeah.
Stop the steal. It's absurd. But
Speaking of
of
stealing, you know who steals points is Cam Lewis. Cash Cam, baby. You on board with Cash Cam yet?
Nope.
It's automatic. Automatic.
He could hit a game winner in every game the rest of this season, and I will still never trust him kicking a football. Just how it is.
That's so messed up. He's perfect on the air, by
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Won't do it.
Won't do it.
Cash Cam.
Can't kick with him.
How does he not have T-shirts being sold in the duck shop? That's what I want to know.
Because it's Camden Lewis. No one wants
I need to get a piece of it. Cash Cam. Dollar bills. Come on. What are we doing? God. I really wish people listen to this podcast, you guys.
Hey, we can go back to our old ways and make T-shirts that you have to change 60% of it can't be recognizable as a person. So
you got to blur the face.
Well, your brothers still sell those on the Autzen footbridge for us.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Those are best. Welcome to Death Row with the most pixelated face I've ever seen.
Exactly. No, we do Cash Cam with dollar signs all over it, and then a really pixelated face. It could be anybody, guys.
Anybody.
It could be anybody. $15. Little man, put that shit in my hand.
15 shit. In Biden's economy, at least $30 we got to charge.
Bidenomics.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen how much fucking eggs cost and how much a nice lunch at an airport cost? I mean, Jesus.
I'm gonna need $30 for this t-shirt, boys.
That airport tweet. What a fantastic tweet by that guy.
Are you
familiar with this? Are you familiar with this tweet, Alex?
I'm not. Please recount it for me. I'm sorry. I'm watching.
I'm
watching Debo score touchdowns. My bad.
Who David Brooks from the New York Times is?
Sure. Let's just say I do.
So he tweeted He tweeted yesterday that a picture of a okay-looking hamburger with crinkle fries, and a bourbon, a double shot of bourbon, at an airport, and said, "This cost me $78, and that's why people think the economy is terrible." And because the internet is undefeated, the internet tracked down where he was, and it was Newark Airport at this restaurant, and the burger was $9. And it was because I believe I could be fooled by the internet. Could be wrong, but I believe that the restaurant said that he bought 5 bourbons, and that's why it was.
That'll do it.
The restaurant chimed in and said, "Yeah, bar tab $66, food tab $15."
Way to go, David Brooks. New York Times bestseller, multiple times.
Bestseller.
Can I give a tip? Can I give a free tip on this podcast?
Yep.
Just
free tip on the podcast. Portland Airport. After you check in, put your bags through or whatever, there's a bar right there. Mimosas, fantastic. Do it.
You check your bags in? You don't just do carry-ons?
Not check in. I run them through the scanner or whatever. Yeah.
No, okay. Gotcha.
Absolutely not.
Gotcha.
But
again, checking bags. I mean, geez.
Had a great time. Fantastic mimosas.
Money bags over here. Checking bags.
Yeah, no, because I was just asking because in the last 3 months I've been in 2 airports. Look at me, jet setter.
Wait, you're asking me if I checked in a bag to be to pick? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
yes, one. Yeah. We split a bag. We split a bag between us though. So we're,
Whoa, wow. You're still rich.
Yeah, still rich.
That might be
You're goddamn right I am.
I'm just saying.
I love
Karen and LAX.
Yeah.
I walked by all these things, these check-in things, and there was not a single vessel of backpack or bag or anything. I didn't know people still did that.
Love that. That's a sign that I'm rich, that I checked in a bag at an airport.
100%. And that you don't value your time.
Yeah.
That might be true, but yeah.
Did you have clothes that couldn't get wrinkled? I'm actually genuinely curious about Did you not want to be the person going up there and trying to shovel shit in above your head? Like,
so give me the alternative. So you have just a bag you check and put
just
in the
carry
overhead.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
carry-on.
just do a carry on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Must be nice. I mean, you'd wear like two pair of pants on like a week trip or something. You wear the same shirt every day. Is that what's going on?
Gotta Maria Kondo that shit, man. You gotta know how to fold and pack.
Yeah, boy, have you ever learned how to fold laundry?
Hey King, do you
How
King,
starchy are your shirts?
Hey, King,
Jesus.
do you buy clothes when you get there and just throw them away when the trip's over? Is that what you're doing?
100%. Yes.
We're going to.
That's why you go to Ross,
Vegas.
baby.
Yeah. Every town has a Ross dress for less, you guys. Like,
absolutely.
Pro travel tip: just buy the clothes there and leave it.
Yeah, I think you guys.
I will say that
are onto something.
The shoe scenario can get a little dicey on a carry-on.
Yeah,
that is a fact.
Shoes take up space too, man.
They do.
Yeah,
they do.
All right, so I guess we've talked about the Ducks enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was
against Hawaii. Yeah.
Can, before we move on from the Hawaii game, can I say, and it could be because I just sat just close enough to the student section that it altered my reality. Stadium was loud on Saturday. No, it was still 2,000 short of a sellout. You know, there were you could see some empty seats on the new side. 21 years old. Jesus Christ. The south side, we'll call it.
There you go.
There were some empty seats at the top, but it was loud. And it was so funny because shout happened. And during shout, the stadium was erupting. And the motherfucking second shout ended in unison, all together. You guys have seen Malcolm X, right? The movie? Denzel Washington?
Denzel.
Remember the scene where they're protesting, picketing, and then he points and everyone walks in unison and they just leave? That's what happened when shout was over.
Yep.
One girl in mom jeans and a crop top and blonde hair looked up to the top of the stadium at Autzen with her leather glove on, like Malcolm X pointed. Everyone walked up the stairs and left. It was empty. It was done. 95% of the student section, within 90 seconds of shout ending, gone. I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
I don't blame them either.
It was impressive. She needs to run a union. That's all I'm saying.
She needs to be a union buster, it sounds like.
I noticed that, by the way. The second half of the student section was basically empty, which I don't blame him. It's Hawaii.
I mean,
it's a blowout. Yeah.
It was Hawaii.
Yeah.
Did you stick around for the entirety of the game?
I didn't want to, but yes, I did.
Oh, like a real fan at least right here.
Yeah.
No, that was just called being a dad. And
yeah, I was going to say, who made that choice for you?
Yeah, I told him, I was like, at halftime, I was like, hey, at the end of the third quarter, we're going to head for the buses. And he's like, okay. And then as the stadium kind of emptied, some friends found, he has a cell phone. So found some friends and it was.
And with all the
I didn't fucking get.
I was going to say, with all the people out.
45.
With all the people out, the cell phone actually works too. So you can actually, you can actually text
fancy
somebody.
that, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kids like running on the field too, so I get it. Yeah, there is that.
And after the game, kind of looking for him, I was like, oh, and I stepped 1 foot on the field, and Mateo Uyunglele was standing next to Haloti Nada. And granted, Haloti Nada has been retired for like 7 years. He's not
that long for Haloti?
I mean, probably close.
I guess it has
right?
been, yeah.
It has, yeah.
I'm just saying, OU is a freak of nature. He is enormous. And then DJU, his brother, came down, and he is also not a good quarterback, but that family is enormous.
Saw a lot of Duck fans.
And I want to say
with Oregon legend DJU. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, shout out to the Oregon fans for actually being humans and being nice to DJU. Like, we don't have a rivalry with them. We'll play them once. But I was a little afraid when I saw him on the field. I was like, oh boy. this could be bad. But it wasn't.
WCP dropped that Haloti's eligible for Canton this year. So that's cool.
I don't think he's going to get in.
You don't?
I think he gets
absolutely.
I don't.
He was an All-Pro like 8 times, dude. Like,
no way. There's no way he
No.
was an 8-time All-Pro.
It wasn't 8, but
I think it was like 2.
It can't be.
Huh. Yeah,
Two?
Look him up. It's got to be more than that. There weren't a lot of dominant defensive tackles, and he was one of them.
So he is a 5-time Pro Bowler, 2 first-team All-Pro, 3 second-team All-Pro.
How many?
Good call.
Back years.
That might not be Hall of Fame material.
Not a Hall of Famer.
I mean, the NFL.
Not my record.
For some reason, the NFL still values the Pro Bowl, which is weird, but we'll see.
No, he'll get in. He will get in, but
Well, he won a superb owl. That always helps.
Yeah.
no. But when I found out, this is probably like a year ago, I saw he's only a 2-time All Pro. What the fuck? That's crazy. It's crazy.
Nice
But
little
he'll still get in.
Talanoa Hufanga interception. That'll work. I think we can go ahead and just take a knee in this one. 3-0 49ers. Thank you very much.
And I will always contend that Talanoa Hufanga had the best commitment video ever when he drove down from Corvallis to Eugene to shoot a video on Skinner's Butte to announce that between Oregon State, Oregon, and USC, he was going to USC.
Yes.
What a cock tease that motherfucker was.
So good. Yeah.
He's one of the early trolls at that.
You guys are
On top
remember.
of Spencer's Butte. I was like, oh man. Oh yeah. That's a duck, baby. You don't hike up that butte. Oh.
Oh, I guess you do. Yeah. I guess it's just a butte.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, it's not a mountain. It's just a butte.
Yeah. I mean, you guys will remember I was not sold on him when the Niners drafted him. But
I actually don't think many people were, to be honest. In fairness, he's way better as a pro than he was in
holy
college.
shit, he's so good, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
As soon as I saw him play, he's like a missile.
Yeah, no, he's way better in the NFL.
Big fan. Okay, so we got. Let's see, what do we got? We got lines, we got trivia, we got our list still to do. Should we talk about Colorado? I mean, I don't know how much we. I don't know how much we take away from the Colorado State game, other than that was a really fun game to watch. Like it, that was.
I mean,
that was.
There's one big thing to take away from the game, and that's Hunter.
Travis
losing
Hunter.
him.
Yeah,
losing him is devastating to them.
yeah, and the hit, like, yes, it was late. I don't think it was as bad as everybody's making it out to be. I mean, he got hit weird. Like, where he got hit was why he's hurt. It's not so much that it was a cheap shot. It was a normal shoulder hit. Like, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary you see in a game. He just got hit in a weird spot and caused him to go to the hospital. Which, do we know what actually happened?
It said lacerated liver.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, so I mean,
surprisingly, I don't think the liver takes too long to heal, but at least 2 to 3 weeks. So
yeah, he will not be playing this week, which is everything. That's everything.
Yeah,
he's their best offensive and defensive player. Like,
is a very scary person on both sides of the balls.
Yes, he is.
So it's
so it's going to be Shedeur Sanders trying to carry them by himself against Oregon.
I think Sanders will have 500 to 600 yards of total offense.
What?
Have you seen the Ducks defend against a running quarterback?
But he's not a running quarterback.
He's a running quarterback enough against, I mean, the fucking Portland State guy is not a running quarterback either. He had like 80 yards.
Is Ski doing the thing right now where, remember when everybody said
he's doing the thing
where Darren Thomas was a running quarterback after Dennis Dixon?
He's doing the thing.
Ski, don't do the thing. Don't do it.
Doing the thing.
He's a mobile quarterback.
All right, I can see that. He's a mobile quarterback.
Oh man.
And honestly, even without Hunter, their offense is still okay enough. They still got weapons out there. I think the Ducks are going to drop at least 50 on them.
That's the thing. Is they're going to
Colorado's going to move the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I I kind of think that the thing will, no shit, it'll be the line of scrimmages, Colorado's demise, that you can see midway through the second quarter, and by the time the fourth quarter starts, the game is over. That's kind of my thing. I'm not concerned about it at all. I don't really have a concern. And if Colorado wins, tip your cap to Deion. It's even better than anyone thought, you know?
Yeah.
And my thing with Deion is you don't dislike Deion Sanders. You dislike the people that are just glomming on to him for clout. Yeah. Like Sports Center today. We've all, after people made the joke for like 12 hours about Colorado, or a day really, Colorado playing Oregon's fight song. At 4:00 today, Sports Center put out an Instagram post about how revolutionary Deion Sanders was for playing the U of O fight song. Every team does it. That's the thing. You don't dislike Deion. Deion's a net plus. 9 million people watched Colorado and Colorado State. 5th most watched game ever, if I have that correctly. And 8+ watched the first 2 games on Fox. People want to watch Colorado. Colorado's a good story. Deion's a good story. You don't dislike Deion Sanders.
And he's a good
coach. You dislike George Reister for being like, shit, Heisman moment on a 6-yard button hook in the third quarter. That's who you dislike. You dislike RJ Young for being on Twitter and having 9,000 straight posts about, you know, Deion Sanders and Colorado for just the most mundane shit ever. Just making up stats. That's who you dislike. And I can't remember. I saw it last week. Can't remember if it was before or after we did our pod. But Bomani Jones was on the Jenkins and Jones podcast. And he summed it up perfectly. Where he's like, the thing about Deion Sanders is we have legit celebrities dick riding Deion Sanders just to be in his orbit. And 2 days later, or a day later, Rock is on game day dick riding Deion Sanders. That's what you don't like. That's annoying. Deion Sanders is fine. He's good for the sport. It won't last forever. Because if you think about it, that first year of Jim Harbaugh in Michigan, do you remember it? Amazon Prime had a documentary following them to Europe. ESPN was all over Jim Harbaugh playing catch shirtless and having sleepovers at recruits, you know, homes. He was like a punter even. And in the last 2 years, and even this year, Harbaugh has made the playoff 2 straight years and is a favorite to maybe not just make it, but win it this year. And no one is covering Jim Harbaugh the same. It's just a fleeting moment. You don't hate Deion. You hate the media. And I'm not even an anti-media guy. I'm just saying that's what you don't like. It is not Deion Sanders. He is fine. He might be too Jesus-ridden for you and too open, but that's not what you're angry at. Or not angry. That's too far. That's
annoyed is kind of what it is right now.
Yeah, you're just annoyed with the coverage because, holy shit, yes, he played the Oregon fight song. Everyone does that.
Chip Kelly did that 12 years ago, whatever it was.
Yes. Dan Lanning did it last year against UW. Like, it just is a thing teams do.
I am surprised that it's happening. I guess it's because, you know, it's so early in the season, they haven't lost yet. But usually this kind of, you know, hype train follows teams that have a shot, at least, at, you know, making the playoff and being, you know, an actual, you know, like the end of last year, like Hendon Hooker in Tennessee was getting blown up because they were playing good. You know, he was leading the Heisman charge and all that. And you kind of got, you know, it almost shoved down your throat. This has been happening 2 weeks before the, you know, week 0 games even started. It's just been a nonstop bombardment for a month plus.
And it's because they opened up with TCU, who played in the national championship game last year. Great. That is fantastic. They returned 3 starters. Three. Lost their offensive coordinator. And as good as it was that they made the national title game last year, you can never take that away from them. They punked Michigan, and then Georgia did Georgia things to them. They could have lost like 4 games last year. And once they lost to Colorado, you know, 2 weeks ago, they had lost 3 of their last 4 games. So they were never a powerhouse, but you can sell. You can sell. You can push that narrative. They made the title game last year. And again, good for them. They were not your traditional, title game team. And returning, they 100% were not that team. But they beat them. So it's a good story. And that one, I will give Colorado, take that victory lap all day. Good for them. Stop selling me on the Nebraska win. Please don't sell me double overtime against the Mountain West team. The TCU win, awesome. Spike that ball. Piss on the stands. Do what you got to do. The narrative is there. Do it. The other ones, come on. Nebraska benched their quarterback after that. He did not play last week. And he is the all-time active leader in turnovers, and it's by a lot. He was an option quarterback.
Historically, the worst quarterback in college football history.
He's terrible.
Yes.
And again, I say this, I don't want to take away from why people are excited about Deion.
Yeah.
But
so Deion,
when you see that
Deion is a great coach, there's really no denying that. And Colorado's 3-0 right now. So great. But
that's even a little.
Yes. He's not the best coach ever. Like in Colorado, Colorado's not actually good, which I think we're going to find out this week. So.
They're going to make a bowl. So they will win 6, maybe. Well, they still play Stanford, Arizona State.
You need 3 more.
Yeah, they'll make a bowl.
Yeah.
They'll make a bowl.
Cal, if they got Cal.
They don't play Cal this year.
They don't play Cal this year? Yeah.
I don't think so, yeah. But it's stuff, again, what I just said. It's not Deion you're mad at. It's the narrative. Where people now, in the last 24 hours, I've seen from about 4 or 5 outlets where people are saying that this year's Colorado team, and we're old. All of us are old.
Certainly.
I am so dusty. I have arthritis in my throat. I can't even walk in the morning anymore. I don't even remember the Larry Johnson, Stacey Ogman, Greg Anthony UNLV teams. But people are calling this Colorado team those UNLV teams, the 1980s Hurricanes, and the Fab Five. Like, people are hopping on SportsCenter, Greg McElroy, which is it. Can you imagine Greg McElroy sitting up there being like, it's a funny visual. They're not those teams. They're not that good. Those teams were amazing. They're not that team. So the narrative is insane. They're going to make a bowl to Deion better than I thought. I thought they'd win 4 games.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Shador's
still where they're could be at still.
But man, and just the narrative around the game is toxic. Because if you hop online, you're like, well, I think Oregon's offensive line is going to, hey, you're racist. You're racist.
That's the other rub to it too, and you can't say anything negative about it. Otherwise, it's seen as a slight to, one of the few black coaches in America kind of thing.
Yes, because they're the Fab Five.
Yeah.
Okay.
They should be 1 and 2 right now. I mean, let's be real with it. It should be 1 and 2. I think they should have lost.
Oh, yeah.
And
TCU,
Colorado State. They should have. Yeah.
No,
Colorado State gave them that game. Yeah, that was a shame.
Can you imagine can you imagine being Jay Norvell, who talked that shit, just led into the game brash, and even said, "I don't care if they hear it in Boulder. I don't care." And then you get late in the 4th quarter, and it's 4th and 1. And you punt, and then you score, and you can either kick it to another overtime or go for 2, and you kick it. You're talking that shit. You gotta go for it, Jay Norvell.
Gotta.
I said that after the overtime touchdown too. I was like, "Go for 2, coward! What are you doing?"
What? How did he talk all that shit? And I do think him talking shit led to them playing better. They played dirty. 9 personal fouls in a football game is insane. Not 9 penalties. 9 personal fouls is fucking insane. I don't want to say Jay Norvell preaches dirty football.
But Jay Norvell preaches dirty football.
Jay Norvell does preach dirty football.
Did Sean Payton send a call in to Norvell this week and give him a game plan on
No, Greg Williams. Wasn't
Oh,
that his
Greg
DC?
Williams. Yeah, Greg Williams. Well, took the fall guy, Greg Williams.
Bounty
Let's say
Gate.
that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Is he the coach for the Saints now, Greg Williams?
No
I think
idea.
he's still with the Saints. Good question.
Yeah, good talk.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I could Google it, but I'm not going to. All right, what should we do now? Should we do lines or should we do our list? To get list out of the way?
The list might take 30 seconds, so yeah.
Okay.
Let's do the list.
That's the idea, bud.
Yeah.
It went from our favorite segment to
Yeah.
let's race through it. Who gave us the list idea? Was it Booba?
I believe it was Wyatt J. Gladden,
Oh,
chef
nice.
extraordinaire in Bend, Oregon.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So it is, seeing as Colorado has a live buffalo that runs out onto the field before every home game, it's actually not a buffalo; it's a bison, because buffalo don't live in North America. In case you didn't know,
It's actually
I
a
think
North,
you'll
it's
find.
a North American. Oh, it's a North American bison. Check the genome.
This is where you need your glasses right now, bro. I got perfect.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
No, I got
There you
this.
go.
I got this.
There you go.
I was.
My doctor says I can't read without my glasses. All right, so anyway, our list is best animals to run out on the field with. I got to be honest, I half-assed it. So one of you guys start.
You start.
I'll start. All right. My number 3. What's better than running out on the field with a buffalo? How about a cooler buffalo in a yak? Yak is the answer.
I think it's like all WCP. I'm already gonna jump in. WCP says a cow.
My number 3, the Chick-fil-A cow.
So good. Just a regular cow.
Eat more chicken.
Our lists are good. Wait till my number 2.
All right, I guess that's gonna be my number 3 then. Is like a group of chickens. So just you just run out with some chickens and just they're gonna go wherever they're gonna go. Love it. You throw them out. Feathers going everywhere.
All right. My number 2. There is a little thing to it. It's a greased pig, and then you get a little entertainment of them trying to tackle the pig after you run out on the field.
Yeah, same thing with mine too. You're gonna have to like catch those chickens, and so it's gonna take a team of people to catch those chickens. Good stuff.
My number 2, a caiman.
What's a caiman?
Going exotic with it. It's a little small
exotic,
gator kind of thing.
A little small gator.
Oh, okay, cool.
Very skinny snout.
Yeah, one of those. Okay, yeah.
I just want to, because I think someone at the end will be a little brave. I think they can just pick it up.
Yeah.
And that caiman tells them, "This is why I live in the fucking Amazon, bitch."
Yeah. You're losing 3 fingers today. They're in my stomach now.
I should be clear. I think it's a crocodile.
Hell yeah.
I think gators are only in like here and one other like place in the
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Because I think you'll find that they are not in North America.
No. Yeah, are we on me now?
I should. I got to keep these things handy.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. My number 1. Not only are you running out on the field on this animal, but you're riding it out, and that's an ostrich.
Oh, there you go. My number 2 is sort of in line with that, and it is a kangaroo. Yeah, I want you riding on a kangaroo out onto the field, and then kicking the other mascot.
Getting into animal fights here.
Yeah, maybe not. Let's see. Number 2 from WCP is a dog. Just a dog? What kind of dog?
I thought we half-assed this. Jesus, a cow and a dog.
I think dogs are already.
It's not in the Quran. A dog and a cow.
Ooh, there you go. Buddhism. Is that what we're saying?
I think so.
I think you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Who's up?
My number 1. My number 1. You have to have it on a leash, and you're going to go very slow. Shout out to Santa Barbara. It's a banana slug.
Go slugs.
Yeah, go bananas.
It's very anticlimactic. Everyone goes.
Yeah. And then you just don't see it. Somebody accidentally steps on it. They get the slime on their foot. Disgusting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can you imagine stepping on a banana slug?
Nope. Well, I mean, yes, because I've stepped on a slug before. It's
Yes.
awful. Yeah.
Erica, what are your thoughts on slug trails? Whoa!
Oh,
Hey, yo!
it's a family-friendly podcast here.
Yeah, man.
Gee, we're talking about mascots.
Think of all of our conservative listeners that you're just making angry.
Jeez
Right now.
Louise.
Will you please think of the children here, please?
Think of the
Yeah,
children.
seriously. Think of the kids.
My number one's a cheetah. I don't know. They run really fast. It'd be cool to see.
Tyreek Hill?
Yeah. Tyreek Hill before every home game. Just sprints out onto the field. Nice. Number one from WCP is a goat. That would actually be pretty funny. All right, that's it. Is Booble not here today? What happened? I have not seen him in the chat at all. This would be the first. Do we need to check on him? Somebody get in the Discord. Okay, let's do lines.
Lines,
everywhere, lines. Doing lines, and we're snorting lines. Eddie Murphy once did a photo shoot where he was eating off a girl's back and also doing lines in front of New York City skyline. Lines.
You did a photo shoot of that?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the cocaine's probably an embellishment, but yes, he ate a steak dinner off a girl, the small of a naked girl's back. It's very erotic.
Was this a photo shoot in the 80s?
Oh, yeah.
And he was
Yes, and he had the mustache. You know what was hidden in the mustache.
Was he wearing a full leather outfit as well with a scarf?
I think he may have been naked as well.
Oh,
it's an iconic picture. It is a good picture.
Did he want to party all the time?
What a song.
What a song.
That's a jam.
But all right, to lines. So last week, apparently, I just decided to not throw in the Washington State game. So
yeah, we did not pick the.
Well, I don't know if you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you paid attention to the Discord, but I called that Wazoo would not only cover, would drop 60 plus. So point to me.
Right. So I'll give you 0 extra points.
0 extra points for that.
You needed it because you were 4-7 this week. Braga was 5-6. I was 6-5. But luckily, Ping and I hit our star pick, so I won the week. Overall, Braga is 1 point up on me and 3 up on King. So the early lead there to him. So first game, UCLA. We're all in Pac-12 play here. I did throw in 2 extra ones just because I don't know. I did. So we got UCLA going to Utah. Utah 5.5 point favorite. And that did
Give
jump
me the
up.
Utes.
I believe Cam Rising is supposed to be playing now because the line jumped like 2.5 points today. So
if that's the case, then give me UCLA. My Bruins, 8 clap.
Hey, King, do you know who the top? I believe he's the top completion percentage in the country right now.
Dante Moore?
Dante Moore for UCLA. So, give me Utah. All right. Oh, God, this game is brutal. Next, Arizona is somehow a 12.5 point favorite on the road against Stanford.
Stanford!
Arizona. Stanford's the worst team ever.
Stanford is so bad. I have to take them, though, because I cannot take Arizona school. So give me third.
Cool, man.
I'm taking the Cats. I'm taking the Cats.
Free point for me. Right on.
I mean, yes, I wish I didn't have to, but I do.
Star pick.
Star pick.
You better believe it.
All right.
Riding my cats into the ground.
I am. I do have Wazoo this week. Nice. We got Oregon State as a 2.5 point favorite going to the Palouse. I'll start. I will take Washington State. And I think Washington State wins the game. DJU is going to finally have to win a game throwing the football, I think, and I don't see that happening.
Well, Ski stole my thunder. I'm picking the Cougs, and it's my star pick. I watched the San Jose State game, and I watched the first half of the San Diego State game, and Oregon State, good defense, good offensive line, good running back. Don't dispute any of that. DJU is inaccurate, makes weird choices, and even against San Jose State when he had some touchdowns, they were flutter balls, and the CBS broadcast was like, who needs to throw a spiral when... You want to know what? They're not playing San Jose State. Wazoo's going to pick one or two of those off. Give me the Cougs.
Same.
Ooh, man. What kind of hate do we got for the fucking Beavs here?
They look
sweep.
They didn't look great last week. They really should
They
have.
did not.
So.
All right. Next game we got USC. They're going to ASU. They're
USC.
34.5 favorites, by the way.
Did you guys watch the Arizona State game or see the stats of their game?
I did see the stat line on that game.
8 turnovers, 6 interceptions. They did not give up a touchdown. Any of the 6 interceptions. Not one. They threw 6 interceptions and turned the ball over 8 times. And on the 6 interceptions, they gave up 15 points. That's it.
That's it.
But they're now down to, they played 4 quarterbacks because first quarterback got injured. A former walk-on got injured. The transfer from Notre Dame, Tyler Buckner, got injured. And then they played someone who I don't even know. And they're hopeless. And did you see Kenny Dillingham this morning talking about you play to win the game?
Yes.
That guy does cocaine. Kenny Dillingham does cocaine. I'm just saying it. Just throwing it out there.
Allegedly does cocaine.
Alex, did you see this?
Allegedly. Please say allegedly.
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 Also, USC. I am picking them. Yes.
All right. Next thing we got Cal going to Washington. Huskies 20.5 favorites.
This will be my curveball. I'm going to pick Cal to cover. Number 1 defense. Number 1 in turnovers. Their offense is dreadful. They're not winning. It's not even going to be a close game. I'm just seeing a backdoor cover and they lose by like 18, 17, 19.
Mm-hmm.
Washington. Yeah.
That's a smart pick. I'm chasing points.
They score so many points. And I don't think anybody is going to keep them from scoring like 40 points at least every game. So, and Cal's not getting into double digits against them. So
they could possibly. I mean,
Washington's
defense isn't great, but I think Washington could score 40 plus. So
Did you guys watch any of
which game?
Did you guys watch any of Cal Auburn 2 weeks ago?
Oh God, no.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Oh.
Under any circumstance.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's why I didn't watch it.
I mean, Cal should be joining the Big Ten with how much eye poison they are too. I mean, they would fit right into the 9 a.m. kicks.
They are
really
in Minnesota, in Wisconsin, in Nebraska.
Cool color Iowa.
Dude,
good weather and cool color Iowa.
Yes, that's exactly
they got
what they
a lot of Northwestern in them, guys. A lot of Northwestern.
They got a little Rutgers and a little Greg Schiano in that team too.
Hey, 3-0. Keep on chopping, Rutgers. Keep on chopping.
Yeah, I am taking Washington with my star pick. That just seems too easy. So, speaking of them Hawkeyes throwing game, Iowa's going to Penn State. Penn State 14.5 favorite.
It's a whiteout, and I'm not just talking about the fans in Happy Valley. Lions of Nittany Mountains.
Of the Nittany ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't in good conscience pick Iowa ever in anything. So I'm going to go Penn State.
Especially on the road.
Yeah. No.
So I think Iowa will score 13 points. That'll give them just enough to cover. So give me Iowa. Then the other big game, we got Ohio State 2.5 favorites against Notre Dame.
Actually, I'm changing my star pick. I know I said Wazoo. I'm still picking Wazoo. It's just not my star pick. Notre Dame is my star pick. Sam Hartman is better than, I'm forgetting the Ohio State, Kyle McCord. They're going to win. It's a green out.
This is going to be the start of the big push for Hartman for the Heisman after this game, I think. I think if he has a good game, it's just going to be thrown in your face for the rest of the year, pretty much, because Notre Dame plays fucking cupcakes.
Sam Hartman,
Yep. So give me Notre Dame as well.
Andy plays for Notre Dame, and he plays quarterback.
Yep.
And if he's any good at all,
and he's
any good at all, we're gonna hear about it for.
And he's a white quarterback at Notre Dame. They fucking eat that up.
Yeah.
Crazy good beard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, Notre Dame too. Yep, I agree.
Then,
we suck.
I know we're all picking the same.
And last
That's
game,
how I stay
Colorado
ahead, boys.
Last game, Colorado.
You guys are picking first.
Yeah.
I dropped the hook, so we got the Ducks 20.5-point favorites. I gave us the hook to pick this game.
Woo! It's a big number. I got Colorado with the points. Yeah.
I got the Ducks because they will drop 50 minimum. So give me the Ducks.
I got the Ducks. I just think the line play is going to be too much.
Yeah, I think you might be able to get there with a late garbage backdoor cover kind of score.
He's going to eat in the fourth quarter against backups. Absolutely.
And the thing is, Colorado has given up 16 sacks through 3 games, I believe, which is the most as a team. Shedeur is not the most sacked quarterback. I read the stats, whatever. But as a team, they've given up the most through 3 games. I just don't think that their offensive line is going to be able to protect anything. And they run the ball. Literally, they've run the ball 91 times this year for like 172 yards. They average like 1.9 yards a carry. It's very bad.
They're on that Minnesota Vikings flow right now. I think the Vikes throw the ball, throwing it like 76% of their offensive snaps. Yeah, if the Ducks offensive line could have a push at all, run blocking, yeah, shit's done.
All right, we good with lines?
Yep, all done.
Do trivia and go home. So last week trivia was a tie because I'm not creating more than 10 questions because I'm lazy. And on that theme, I phoned this one in too. So there's going to be some easy questions on here. There's going to be some dumb questions on here. So deal with it. So
are you Pat Pespus? Are you a telemarketer named Pat Pespus? Just phoning it in. Does anyone get that reference?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I don't. That one.
Oh man, you guys got to watch Telemarketers on Max. Pat Pespus, it's great. Got to watch it.
Okay, who's in it? Anybody?
Sweeping the nation. No, it's about telemarketers that in like the late 90s.
Oh, actual telemarketers.
They pioneered.
Oh.
Yes, and some guy just filmed the whole thing because he was a jerk off, and it's great.
Dude,
they just did.
Those were wild times. Like, you used to call in for video game hints, and you would. So many,
yes, they were
800 numbers for everything. It was crazy. Okay, so you lead the series this season, right, King? I think it's like 2-1-1. I don't know. Have we had that many weeks? I don't think that's possible.
No, we definitely were not at week 0 trivia.
No, so. Did you win, Ski? Didn't you win last week or the week before? No, I can't.
No, because
So
because King loves Lubbock and he's a PSU alum,
right,
so I had no chance in the first 2 weeks.
That's right. Okay,
there you go. Go Vikes, baby.
All right,
there
so
you go.
What am I supposed to do?
So King starts this one then. If you don't know the rules, I ask somebody a question. If they get it wrong, then the other person gets a multiple choice chance to steal the point. Best out of 10. Okay, King. So Colorado trivia. The Miracle at Michigan refers to the final play between the Buffs and Wolverines in '94. The two teams were 2-0. Colorado going into the game. Colorado ended up winning 27-26 thanks to a 64-yard Hail Mary TD pass from Cordell Stewart to which wide receiver?
Michael Westbrook.
Michael Westbrook is the correct answer. Nice work. All right, Ski. Staying with wide receivers, who is Colorado's all-time leader, receptions, yards, and touchdowns.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Was it Spruce?
Yes, it was. Nice work.
Yeah, because I think he had
Nelson Spruce.
Nelson Spruce. Yeah, he had a
Yeah.
shit ton of yards.
Good job, man. Yeah, all-time leader in everything. All right, King. Let's see. Okay, here's the easy one. You ready to have a free point? One of the best mascots, all of sports, Colorado's live buffalo, which is not a buffalo, as we said, is actually a bison. What is his name?
Ralphie.
Yes. Sorry.
And again,
Easiest
Colorado,
question ever. My bad.
smart
Steve.
school. Oregon, dumb school. Colorado can figure out there's a difference between the live mascot, Ralphie, and the costume student named Chip. Oregon fans, figure it out. Puddles has been dead for 60 years. It's the duck. Sorry.
Steps off soapbox. All right. Ski. Colorado split a natty in 1990 after beating Notre Dame 10-9 in a riveting Orange Bowl. They ended up 11-1-1 with their only loss coming to Illinois and a tie to Tennessee. They started that year 1-1-1, which is hilarious. Who is their coach during that 1990 season? Can you imagine 1-1-1 and then you go on to win the national title?
Is that a
They
fucking
got a
wide
fifth
nose?
down against Missouri that year, by the way. They shouldn't have won. It was fourth down. They got stopped to
Yep,
give
they
it a
got
fifth
the free
down.
down. Yep.
Oh, what's the guy's name? McCaffrey? Is that his last name?
Nope.
No?
Is that your final guess? It should
Yeah.
be. It's wrong.
No,
Okay.
it is.
All right, King, your options.
It is Bill McCartney.
It is Bill
McCartney.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yep. All right, so back to King now.
He gets fucking Ralphie, and I get like most of the guy's fucking name.
Listen, do you remember last week in Hawaii when I was supposed to answer 17 vowel name from 1905?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's why it was a tie, because you finally got a hard question. Back to that natty. The Buffs took the AP poll that year. Which team won the coaches poll to split the title with them that year?
Wreck of Georgia Tech.
It was Georgia Tech. Jesus, man. You know way too much about this team. Georgia Tech finished 11-0-1 with a tie to North Carolina.
And I couldn't tell you a single thing about that Georgia Tech team other than that fact.
I think their coach was Bobby Ross or something like that. Remember the guy?
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
The guy who ended up coaching the Chargers or whatever. Yeah.
They weren't running the wing T back then, were they, in the 90s?
I think they always have.
Oh, but it was 1990.
Everybody was running the wing T in the 90s, man.
Right, yeah.
All right, Ski. Who is Colorado's all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns?
Oh, that's King's boy, Bieniemy.
Eric Bieniemy is the correct answer, yes. All right, King. For the fifth correct answer and a victory, who is Colorado's all-time leader in field goals?
At least I know a kicker. I know one kicker.
This one hurts because I actually... when I was making fun of Jay Feely for being an insurrectionist last weekend, I saw this. Shit. I can't remember.
Okay.
He's going to get it. Damn it.
Ski, your options. Matt Prater, Mason Crosby, or John Carney?
Mason Crosby.
That is the correct answer. All right, 4-3, back to you, Ski.
Ooh, must hit.
Uh-huh. Who holds Colorado's single-game passing yards record with 510?
Safo Lufau.
Incorrect. Your options, King. Joel Klatt, Shadur Sanders, or Coy Detmer?
Oh, shit. I'm going to say Coy Detmer just because I like the name.
The answer is Shadur Sanders.
Sanders.
He did it against TCU this year. Yep.
Yeah.
Should have been Coy.
WCP gets credit in the chat for answering that question correctly. Nice work. He also says that Georgia Tech ran the wishbone.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep. Okay, so does this go? Who does this go to now? King? Did you just
Me?
guess?
King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you. Okay. All right. Final question, because I'm lazy. Colorado has one NFL Hall of Famer. He played wide receiver in the 70s and 80s for the Raiders. Who is he? I gave you the easiest
George
question. I gave you the
Branch.
hardest one too. So who is it?
George Branch.
That is incorrect. Ski, your options: Fred Biletnikoff, Cliff Branch, or Todd Christensen.
Well, I'm gonna go with Cliff Branch then, since
That's the correct answer.
Yeah.
I think. Am I wrong, or did Todd Christensen go to North Eugene High School?
Yeah, I believe he's local. I think he went to Sheldon, didn't he? I think it was Sheldon. Pretty sure. Yeah. But yeah, so that was the final question. Ski, you got 4. King, you got 4. So we now have 2 ties in a row.
Well,
think I
national
might-
champions if we're the 1990 Colorado Buffs here. I mean,
Very perfect for Colorado week. Absolutely. So I should probably come up with more questions next week in case something like this happens, but it is what it is. You guys got anything else before we go?
No.
Yeah, I got one quick question to ask you guys.
Oh, Todd Christensen is dead. I did not know that.
This guy here is dead.
Oh,
Question:
What high school?
How? Yeah, do you have
it
high
doesn't
school?
say.
Mhm.
No, but he's dead.
How many? A little, some that had me irked right now. How many times have you guys received jury duty since you turned 18?
Once.
Yeah.
Once.
I've received notices twice, but I've never actually had to do it.
It was Sheldon, by the way.
Figured.
I think there's someone out for me in like the clerk's office that sends out jury summons. I've had jury summons 10 times since I turned 18. 5 from municipal and 5 from the Lane County one.
Well, it's because I know you're a straight edge.
Yeah.
You were the guy out there picketing in support of Derek Chauverin in 2020.
How does that January?
You back the blue, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are you doing, Ski?
I mean, not going to fucking jury duty.
You're absolutely going if they tell you you're going. How many
Fucking
times have
sons
you
of
actually
bitches.
done it?
How many times I've been on a trial?
Yeah.
Once.
Once. Okay. So what are you
Yeah.
complaining about?
Because I've been called into the, you got to go to the jury pool and go in there and sit there all day.
The
And
paper? Are you complaining because they're wasting all this paper sending you mail?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I
So many trees cut down.
want to get on. I want to get on a jury trial
Yeah.
where they just set me up at the Graduate for like 6 months. I'm just going to be a pain in the ass. Be like, we only have 3 people. I don't know yet.
Oh, you better believe that the taxpayers of Lane County will be paying for my room service on a regular basis. You better believe it.
Jeez
My,
Louise.
My current dirty duty summons that I have to report to at the end of the month here is a grand jury summons as well.
Hell yeah.
So
Now we're
gonna be
talking.
working. Does Trump have some sort of grand jury here in Oregon that I could get on, or what?
Yeah, is there an appeals court
Is there
in
an
Eugene?
appeals court or something that they're suing them that they need some witnesses, some trial people on?
Let's see. WCP says he's gotten jury summons 3 to 4 times, showed up twice, got paid $10. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna need more than that, guys. That's not gonna work.
I've never even had to show up.
Yeah, same.
Like,
same.
yeah, we don't need you.
Yeah, I called both times and the trial was canceled or whatever. So, yeah.
I had to sit in on a homeless vet got trespassed from a church. Way to,
Wow.
I know.
Riveting stuff.
I know, really,
Not that
getting
I
the
want.
bad,
Not that I
getting the
want.
bad people off the street here. Jesus.
Why is there a jury for that?
I don't want anyone to die, but I want to be in on some like grisly murder. Like that's what I want.
Yeah. You want to be able to make a podcast afterwards and tell the story.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, you figured me out.
Yeah. Those are the only podcasts that
figured
actually
me
make
out.
money. So do it. I'll be the producer or whatever. I don't even have to talk, man. You got to practice your deep, like, brooding voice, though.
I think I mentioned this like a year ago. I know someone who remember that Michael Bryson story, the kid
Yeah,
who disappeared like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I know someone who started a podcast on Michael Bryson during the pandemic. She just did it under some blankets in her living room, and now she's a podcaster down in Los Angeles. They moved her down there, and
Perfect.
yeah, murder. Can someone kill someone that we can talk about?
Yeah, right?
Honestly,
Jesus.
come on,
Hey, Dan,
man.
hey, Dan Lanning, do your job on Saturday. Murder the Buffs.
Oh boy. All right, that's good. We good?
Yeah.
All right. Sunday is the movie podcast. It is draft day. It's on Max. Watch it. Listen to us talk about it. That's it. We're going. Bye-bye. See you Sunday.